We are here in New Rochelle, New York with our friends at Living Word Christian Church. We're gonna help take a look at their media setup, set up their cameras, their switchers, monitors, TVs. We're gonna be running cables all day, setting up tripods. If you're new here, we're Church Launch. We're all about helping churches launch their media. Without further ado, let's get started. We're here with Joel Santiago, their media director of Living Word Christian Church. Joel, share a little bit about your vision, what you do here at Living Word.
The goal for this upcoming year for us is to have a little bit of a heavier emphasis on that online presence to really impact the lives of others out there who maybe they're struggling with something quietly. I know Bishop has certain goals, and so I just want to align more with Bishop's goals. You know, a lot more work into it than I have in the past. I think sometimes anyone who works in ministry or simply goes to church and has a full job, it's difficult to balance the both, and now I want to put a heavier emphasis on the Lord and the things of the Lord.
Let's see our setup that we're working with.
It's like Christmas.
All right, so we're working with ProVista 6510 professional tripod 2. This is a VariZoom professional tripod. All right, we're working with the Canon Vixia HFG 54K. You have two of these, right? Mm-hmm. Two of these.
Two of the same cameras.
Two of the same cameras. All right, cool. Good to know. So we got an HDMI to SDI 3G converter. And then we have, looks like just power cables, HDMI into the converter. All right, so let's speak on camera layout and the shot list that you're looking for. You mentioned that we're a little pressed on space, which is okay. We could work around it. I'm thinking camera 1 could be a wide center, always moving, always tracking the lead or the pastor. And then a third camera off to the right side. If there's space, it looks like they moved the speakers, then we could probably position one there. So we got to just keep in mind anyone going in and out of those pews. Worst case, we could probably situate our third camera here. You know, just thinking about spacing, that might make the most sense. But let's see what we can do. So we had to remove the older table and put this newer, more sturdy table. It fits everything in terms of our audio board, our two Macs for Stream and ProPresenter. So this way it's way more spacious and way more functional for 3 operators. So next we're gonna be connecting the individual cameras into our Blackmagic ATEM Television Studio HD. So let's run those cables now. So this is our camera 1. This is going to be tight center tracking, so it should be manned. Camera operator right here. Let's move this connection down here. It's gonna be a little tight, but it'll get the job done. So essentially we're just running SDI cables. SDI cables you could run further without it degrading in quality, unlike HDMIs. What we're doing for those watching at home is we're converting these HDMI cables. Since these Canon cameras only have an HDMI output, we got to convert the signals from HDMI to SDI to do a longer run, because you don't want a longer HDMI run because it just downgrades the camera quality. So we're going HDMI into an SDI converter and then SDI all the way up to the ATEM. So this is our SDI converter from HDMI to SDI. I recommend all of Blackmagic products because they really get the job done, and it's really low maintenance. Make sure to leave me a little bit more slack, or at least some slack, so that way if we need to move it around, we can. Okay, so we plugged in HDMI from the camera into this converter and plugged it out, going SDI out into the ATEM. I'm gonna just clean this up a little bit more. I just like to be organized, low neat.
Because you have an out, like you have several outs like that?
Yes, I think that Mac goes up to 3, but we have one Mac just designated for ProPresenter. So all we need is 2, right? One for the splitter and then one for this confidence monitor to just distinguish the 2 separate output screens. So for example, if you're running slides or lyrics could be paired with a background for the audience, but then for the stage, meaning for the singers, that can be just showing lyrics and then the next slide for your sermon slides and stuff like that. You can have lower thirds for the live stream, so you can have lyrics displaying also, all in one PC. ProPresenter is a very powerful tool. All right, so let's connect camera 2. So we have a second bundle of SDI wire. Bishop, where are you gonna be standing at?
When I preach?
Yeah.
Right here.
Just right here in the middle? No, there's no activity down here?
No, so who's going to be right here is going to be the worship team.
All right, cool, so right here. All right, sounds good. All right, this is the power cord for this camera. Power cord and HDMI cable, nice. So we have another Blackmagic HDMI to SDI converter. We're doing the same as we did for camera 1. This looks like a little zoom in button here that they have, wide, tight, so you can zoom in a lot better than having to do it up here. But we don't need this for this camera because it won't be manned. All right, so we need a power strip there. All right, perfect. Yeah, that's good right there. What you might have to do is reposition it for sermon. So then we need another one of these. The Macs are both turned on. All right, so we're connecting ProPresenter now on the iMac. We have 2 outputs going out. Main output is going to be for the audience monitors, and those are just the TVs that the audience and the congregation will use and will see. And then we have a confidence monitor that our stage will be using. So that's for lyrics, for the band, for the worship team. That's slides for the sermon. That's timers, countdowns, references, key points, anything like that. And that'll be for the confidence monitor. Both outputs will be connected to this Mac here, and that'll be all ran through ProPresenter, really powerful tool. So now let's connect the confidence monitor. Make sure you're not mirroring your iMac. Make sure it's separate monitors. Okay, so this iMac could support up to 2 outputs. You have an HDMI extender, which is this one right here. The extender is being used as a splitter. Now the stage monitor is this Insignia TV, which is hanging up here. That's gonna be for the confidence monitor. Let's go to stage editor, video countdown. You can add the 15-minute timer here. So the strategy is to let them know which lyric is live. So they should be looking at the top. Okay, 15-minute countdown. So your items here allow overruns. So when you allow overruns, they know that they're going over.
That they're going overtime.
Check camera 5. All right, upstream. It was on, you saw it?
Yeah, before I saw it. Before, all you had to do was plug it in and it was on.
So none of these inputs, none of these were on. And it was on? It was showing?
It was showing. I was getting an image.
It's off, that's why. That's why this is plugged off. Yeah. You got it on 5? Not on 6? Yeah. Yeah, it was turned off. There you go. You should get one. See, you gotta trace back your steps. You know what I mean? Just to go through every step, just to make sure that you have nothing. Let me check. Let's check again. Because the SDI cable is not plugged in. So yeah, just trace back your steps. There you go. You just go back, look at the smaller things. For us, it was the power strip was just disconnected. And for this one, the SDI cable wasn't fully plugged in to the converter. So it's not always the devil working, it's just things are unplugged. Just replug them back in. It's not always the devil, bro. It's not always the devil, you know what I mean? All right, so we connected our cameras, we connected the TVs for ProPresenter and for the stream. We're all done with this setup. We started from scratch, it was tough. Everybody came together and made this happen, and shout out to Bishop, shout out to Living Word. It's been a journey for sure, really going back and forth, making sure the smallest details and really using what we can and figuring out a solution with what we do have. So it's just been a great journey. I'm just grateful to be a part of it, grateful to help, grateful to witness it. And you too can also get our help by simply booking a training session on our website, churchlaunchuniversity.com. So if you want for us to virtually come in and help your church setup and take an analysis and look at your setup and give you guys solutions to better enhance your ministry, then just go to churchlaunchuniversity.com. You can book a session in 2 minutes. So get us on the phone, book a session with us, and let's get your church growing.